Grand Rising family, Grand Rising. Your welding coach, Joe Brown, aka Black Phoenix, checking in. And I wanted to talk to you this rising about look, listen, and learn welders. I wanted to say that specifically because those three elements can apply to all areas of your life. But when it comes to welding, it's going to make it real simple for you to understand the technique if you look, listen, and learn. Now, I know those words sound real simple, fam, but it be ironically how most people, it tends to go over their head a little bit. Like, you have to apply some time and you literally have to look at what you're doing, look at the process, um, look at the material, look at the situation you in, look at your time. Like everything have to be considered, when you diving into this. And also listening. So I want to say this. When it comes to hearing something and listening to something, it's two different things. And let me kind of break it down for you. To hear something, I can say, I I hear some man in the background talking. I mean, I can tell this man's voice. I can hear it. But if I say I'm listening to man in the background talking, I'm saying that I could tell you what they're saying. You see the difference? Like I'm really tuning in and I can repeat to you what they're saying. Now, if I just hear them, I can say I heard some noise. But if I listen to them, I can be more detailed. Salute, 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 salute. Grand Rising, family, Grand Rising. Thanks for checking in. So, really take that into consideration. Like, we have to learn how to just listen to things. Just, no pride, no arrogancy, no thinking that we know everything. None of that. Just come in, just listening to small things, because if we learn to even listen to life, we won't repeat certain mistakes. I have seen grown people repeat certain things in their lives only because they wasn't listening to the advice that was given. They was hearing it, but they wasn't listening to it. And a lot of times you don't listen to things when you got other things going on. So your mind, you focus on different things, and if a person trying to give you some information, normally you'll block them out somehow. You know what I mean? Because you got other things going on in your mind, so you're not really listening to them. You hear them though, but you're not listening to them. So I just want to say, when you in a learning environment, when you decide to step into this learning environment, wherever you at in the country, even if it's not my program, you have to listen and not just hear something. Because when you get on these job sites, like my goal is to make sure I get you prepared to. So if you in my classroom, my goal is to get you where when you go to these jobs, certain fundamentals and basics you're gonna know what they gonna expect of you as far as your weld and the characteristics of the weld, your behavior. I'm gonna let you know certain things, so that way you won't be shocked, fam. Because when I dived into the field, I had no one to pull my coattail and say, hey, you should go into an interview dressed this way. You should do this. You should always be early and not on time. Being on time, you're late. It's a lot of great principles, fam, that I learned as I was learning this and traveling and going different places and having different jobs. But I didn't have a coach to just say, hey, you know what? This is how you're going to accomplish this is how you're going to get the most out of your welding experience, the most out of each job you experience, the most out of each interview you go to. You know what I mean? So, I just want to give some advice. So, when it comes to look, listening, and learning, we really have to just pay attention to the information that is being provided to us. Salute, salute. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for that love. Thanks for that love. I appreciate that support, fam. And I was just thinking about, just the process of it. And when you're learning something, we all know when you learn something that you have never knew before, There's a process on getting it. So there's certain stages. We can't act like we're going to get it just like that. Now, some people might get it, quicker than others, but there's still a process to, there's a process to growing. There's a process to being a child, where you have to nurture the child, feed the child, clothe the child, then the child can start clothing and feeding itself. But there's a process where the parent have to do these things. So, when you're learning something, you have to keep in mind that there's a process. You have to stay in your place of learning, like knowing that this is not the time for you to be the parent. You might be grown, but you don't know nothing in this situation. You got to step back and allow someone to teach you, allow someone to give you these instructions. And I think that when a person is older, you face more friction, I have noticed in my personal opinion, than it is when I'm dealing with someone, younger, of a younger age. Most people that have been, experienced and they have did life, they want to put what they know into it. And it doesn't work like that, fam. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Thanks for checking in. Word up, fam. Word up. Like I say, a lot of times, fam, we tend to think that, once you're older and you're learning something, that's why I get that concept. That old concept or that old saying people used to say, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I don't fully believe it, but I understand the origin around it, because when a person is older, it's harder to tear. You got walls, layers you got to tear down. And you have to spend so much time tearing it down that it's hard to educate them. Like, some people give up, like, man, I'm not finna go through all that if I got to. And then, like I say, sometimes it's not even worth it. Like, I have faced situations where I've literally pulled teeth just to help someone, and they wanted to do things their own way, and it still didn't turn out that way. And then they had to come back and say, yeah, you was right. It worked it better when I was doing it your way, when I did it the way you told me to do it. Fam, when when you have an instructor or a teacher or a coach, a person that is seasoned in what they're doing, we might say something, fam, that might seem completely unorthodox to the way you've been operating, the way you've been doing certain things. But I swear that there is a recipe, there is a goal to the madness. Like, there isn't, like, you're going to win if you follow the steps. I was telling a student yesterday that as long as you follow the steps, as long as you don't miss no steps, as long as you say A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, you're going to be fine. Just don't get off the steps, like, and you be fine. Like, don't try to add something in it that won't work because you feel, oh, well, I can do this now. Nah, there's certain things you can't do now. When it comes to finessing the rod and finessing your angles and really fine-tuning them with your torque settings and things like that, over time, you're going to get better and you're going to learn tricks. But when it comes to certain procedures, there's steps, fam, and if you lay a well and you don't clean a well, you can fail a well. You know what I'm saying? So you can fail because you got dirt and slag trapped in it. So there's certain steps you just want to keep up. Salute, salute. I'm glad you said that because, like I say, I have taught, a few people that was older than me. And I have just noticed that, it was a little difficult. Um, the oldest I have taught was, I think, 60 and 59. And then, it's been like 40s and 30s and stuff like that, 20s and teens. And I just noticed that with the older generation, it was just harder because, of the things that I had to break down. And one thing I can say about this younger generation now, you know, if they got an interest in something, they'll listen. Sometimes they'll move fast because they have a lot going, but if they really got an interest, they'll slow down and pay attention to it because they want to do well in whatever it is. So um, I think that it's just important, family, that we just look, listen, and learn. Like, keep those three simple, small principles in hand, that concept to really look, to really pay attention to what we're doing, to really watch our surroundings, to really look at the information, look at the angles, look at the positioning of someone, look at how someone is standing, look at what they're doing, mimic what they're doing. See, a lot of times, fam, we can learn so much by mimicking what someone else is doing, but we have to do what? Look at them, really pay attention, like really look at them. And if you do, you can mimic them and you can get what they're doing over time to improve what you're doing. So the goal is most definitely is to save the youth, fam. So, I really think it's important to go back into the high schools, like, especially, I would most definitely say, the little ones most definitely too, but middle school, once they start right now, 14, 15, 16, man, we need to be getting them, getting them more into started thinking about what you want to do. You got plenty of time, and especially those about to graduate, that 10th through 12th year is very important. And most other students are already working in 10th to 12th years. So, to find something that they really enjoy that they can critique in that time period, family, is a game changer. And then the cool thing about welding, family, you don't have to go for broke. You don't have to um, have student loans. Like, you don't have to, they got different schools and different places that promote, but there are a lot of programs in the country that do not break the bank, that's real affordable. They do have different ones you travel to. It depends on what you want to do, from pipe welding to, you know, rig welding to underwater to structural welding to fabrication. Like, they got so many choices. So don't get discouraged or get overwhelmed at that. Just see what's available in your area, where you're located at, and see what's affordable. Now, I want to state this. I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas, and I want to say here, family, it's a lot of affordable programs to help a person get their high school diploma. So they got a lot of great adult education programs. They got the wage office, the tennis program. They got the Excel program. They got Goodwill, got a few different programs and a few different programs that's tied into them to help people. So in this area, you just got to get off your butt and knock on the door, fam, because there's opportunities that can help you get a job, work while you go to school, keep your kids. Like, they even got daycare services for people where they can literally work and go to school, and these people will keep their kids for nothing. Like, so, family, like, there's opportunities. We just got to take advantage of it. So sometimes we just got to look, listen, and learn, fam. We got to pick up what the system is putting down. Pick up what has already been going. Like I always like to say, there's no such thing as reinventing the wheel. It's been rolling now. We might can throw some bling on it, change the color, all that, but the wheel been rolling now, fam. So, we can't reinvent the wheel. So we have to literally look, listen, and learn, fam. And I say this, and this is things that I literally apply to my life on a daily basis. You know what I mean? Even me, like, I have let things pass me, and I have learned the more I pay attention, the more I really see what's going on, and not all in my head. You really see the conversations that's going on around you, fam. And a lot of time it'll keep you safe by listening. You know what I mean? Not just by hearing, but by listening. Salute, salute. You know what's so ironic? Oh, salute, salute, man. Glad you moved on to the V Groove. That's good. Um, I actually have one of my OGs that reach out to me from time to time from prison, so I try to stay in contact with my folks down there. Also, like I say, I've been there, so I know how it is, you know what I mean? So most definitely salute life out the prison, man, life out the lockup. Anything is possible, fam. We just got to get out here and be humble. And I do want to say this, as black man, if you're not getting any counseling, get you some help, fam. Get you some help with your emotions. Get you some help with communication. because all of these things is going to help improve your opportunities and improve the chances for your success. When you learn how to control your emotions, when you learn how to hold a conversation, how to talk to someone, how to be direct, how to express yourself without being angry. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain way, there is an old saying, where there is a truthful saying that says there's a time and place for everything. And we're going to have to learn how to do that. And we can only do that by getting some assistance. So I just want to say, get you some assistance, get you some mental health assistance this year. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So just want to say, hey, whatever it is you have to do in your life, do that. So this rising, fam, like I say, I just wanted to come in. I was thinking about that, fam. And I just feel we got to look, listen, and learn. Salute, fam. Like I say, I just feel like we got to look, listen, and learn, fam. I feel like we really got to get some help if needed. So if you're going through something, fam, honestly, get some help, fam. You know what I mean? Whatever it is you're going through, the world is bigger than our little circle, our area, our neighborhood. Like, it's bigger. So don't get caught up. Whatever the situation is, relationships, don't let nothing hold you down. Not even yourself. I tell people that don't even get in your own way. You know what I mean? Get yourself out the way. So learn how to do that. You know what I mean? So it's always good to grow. Before I let you go, one of my OGs from prison told me, he said, son, I want you to live like you're going to die tomorrow when you get out. Meaning, take care of yourself, be cautious, treat people right, do what you got to do, give every day your all. And I want you to learn like you're going to live forever, like you're never going to die. Always learning, achieving, growing, investing, taking chances, taking risks, improving your relationships, making things better for yourself, thinking about your grandkids and kids and their kids, you know what I mean? So, hey, fam, we got to be focused like that. Salute. Thanks, Callie, for checking in with me. I know it's early out there, so I know you up early. So I appreciate you for getting up this rising and checking me out. Well, fam, I'm gonna let y'all go. Like I said, I just wanted to come in and talk to you briefly about look, listen, and learn. Well, it's like there's so much we can do. There's so far. That there's so far you can go once you just keep those basic steps, those basic principles, fam. Look, listen, and learn it. And like I say, um, there is a big difference between listening and hearing something. So just keep that in mind. When you hear something, it's just a noise. When you listen to something, you're listening to the details. Y'all be blessed. Continues to prosper. I'm out. Hold on.